I was tinkering around with the Polaris card again for a little bit. Trying to figure out about that wobble. And I think our steering shaft may be to blame. Our wheels are straight right now. Grab the steering wheel. See how much flex there is in that shaft? That's a good half-inch, I would think, of flex. So I would say when them wheels was bouncing around, that was doing a lot of the bouncing. Alrighty. Let's see what we can do about it. So in an effort to save weight, our steering shaft is hollow, not solid. Our steering hub had a 5/8 shaft to come down, let's say about here. So I ran it inside of our hollow tube and put a bolt through it. And then at the bottom end here, so we could still use the 5/8 bearing, it's about a maybe 4 or 5 inch piece of 5/8 rod. Here, it just fit in there. A bolt went through it and kept everything centered. But it's hollow from here to about here, and we've got all this leverage in the middle of this long shaft, which is also not good. If anything, it should have a bridge support here with a bearing right in the middle, which you might end up having to do. But for now, I took out our 4-inch shaft, and now we have a long shaft that will fit all the way up in there. Get these lined up here. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. That's inside of our bearing housing, about a 1/2 inch. You can see it inside of our hollow shaft there. And it goes all the way up to where the steering hub shaft ends. So now the whole thing is solid all the way down. I don't have a bolt in there just yet, but I don't think it makes a difference. We're still getting a little bit of flex. So we may end up having to put a center support with a bearing. Alright. Still working on it. More to come. Alright, I got a solid 5/8 shaft up through our steering shaft now. And it's got a bolt through the top, just above the pitman arm, just below the pitman arm, and then our base one. And all 4 of these bolts lock the outer housing with the inner rod and our steering shaft. So it still seems to have a little bit of but I guess we'll give that a try, and otherwise we should probably have a brace across right the back side of the batteries and have a bearing right here within like 6 inches of the pitman arm. But we'll give this a try and see how that does. More to come. In the Polaris cart, got our solid shaft and bolts. Let's give it a test real quick.